It should be live right now. I don't know. Junk says connect streaming software. Alright, I guess it's working now. I guess it's working now. Yeah, it's working. Alright, bro. Man, I just ate like 1,000 calories all at one time. And bro, I feel groggy, bro. I feel like crazy. I just like force fed myself. This shit was insane. But appreciate you, game. Boy, my stomach's crazy right now, bro. Cause I'm trying to gain 12 pounds in like 3 months, which I know is very possible, but the eating part is hard. But there's like when you get past 7 days, it gets easier. I fucking hope so. I'm on day 2 right now, so I hope it's getting easier. Cause boy. Yeah, I use but the mask gainer make you heavy too, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like, cause like the liquid heavy be crazy. I got mask gainer in there. I definitely do have the mask gainer. Mask gainer be hard to swallow too, though. I'm not gonna lie, like it'd be hard to swallow. It'd be real hard to swallow, bro. Cause it'd be like ultra thick and shit. Like, so it'd be real hard to like swallow the mask gainer. But liquid calories definitely hurts. I gained 10 pounds in college using Serious Mass. Yeah, that's the one. You gotta drink a little before bed so the calories sit in your stomach. Yeah, that's the one I got. The green and black. Yeah, Serious Mass. Yeah, that's the one I got. It's the best bang for your butt. I got everything. You're thinking creatine. Yeah. Yeah, nah, for sure, bro. And I'm trying to work out. I'm trying to make sure I'm working out a good amount of times too, to be able to not necessarily burn off the calories, but make myself hungry. The hardest part for me is eating. Like, it's not the fact like, oh, you know, you gotta eat this many calories. Like, oh yeah, like you're just lazy, you don't want to do it. No, like, bitch, I'll get in front of a meal and it will actually be hard for that shit to go down. Like, it's genuinely hard for like it to like for me to like sit in front of food and be like, damn, like, hey, you gotta eat this shit. And I'm like, damn, I gotta really eat this shit. That'd be the hard part, is like actually sitting there and eating it, bro. Like, I'm trying to get better, but shit, with due time. In due time, gang. In due time. Yeah. Man, I got so many, bro. I got a lot of shit to do, bro. I'm sorry, y'all. I just crashed out a little bit, bro. What's good, G? What it is, man? What it is, man? I got a lot to do, bro. Fuck, I got a lot to do, bro. Casper, you have your own chair, bro. Can you just like, can you lay in your own? You have your own chair, bro. Can you lay in your own? You have your own chair now. Like, I literally got this chair. I got a brand new chair, bro. He got his own chair and still want to be in my chair. Bro, still want to be in my chair, like, bro. Bro got his own chair now, bro. Like, that's what you wanted, right? A chair for yourself. You want a cover or something? You wanted to reach out and say thank you again for the Discord and all you do, bro. God will. Thank you, bro. I needed that one. I ain't gonna lie. You're welcome, bro. I appreciate you for joining the damn community and trusting in the community to help you. You know what I'm saying? Be able to scale your photography journey and really help you get to the next level. That's a W because you believe in yourself. Real spill. Man, bro, I gotta, like, I have so much shit to do, bro. Bless you abundantly. Thank you, bro. Like, I really feel like going back to sleep, but I got shoots tonight and it's already 1, so I have 8 hours until it's time to shoot. Bro, I gotta I need to make a coffee or something. I need to lock in. What the fuck? Like, what am I doing, bro? I need to lock in, bro. I need to lock in, bro. I gotta lock in. Like, no excuse. I need to lock in. All right, let's get right, bro. Let's lock in, bro. I need to lock in. Cause I got a wedding this weekend. I have a wedding this weekend. I have an engagement session tomorrow. And I still have clients that I owe photos to. I need to lock in. Cause I owe you guys a YouTube video today at 4 p.m. Well, not at 4 p.m. but today. I need to lock in, so I need to make sure I can get everything done today. My body just feels insane, bro. Man, what's up, gang? Hey, Johanna. YouTube, bro. What's up with y'all? Y'all watching me on TV or y'all watching me on y'all phone? If y'all watching me on y'all phone, say something, please. I'm trying to gain some energy. I think my food just digested, so I might be back. I need to get these clients' photos done before their birthday. So I'm literally just pushing, like pushing, like pushing, like P, like pushing. I'm pushing, like trying to get through the edge. So I'm pushing, like I'm pushing, like yeah, I'm pushing, like getting through the edge. Cause I'm pushing, like a lot going on, but I'm pushing, like life gonna keep life in every chance you get. This shit be going crazy. We don't get no compliments, but it's an argument. Every time you turn a vent, every time you try to vent with someone, they gonna have a fit. Speaking of the words, speaking of the vent, it's a whole lot of money, whole lot of vent. People are always saying, people sell. Bro, it's crazy how humans are selfish. It's like, but we're humans though. Like, you can't really expect us to not be selfish, which makes sense because it's like everybody only really cares about themselves, but it's crazy to the extent in which people only care about themselves. People really only care about themselves. Like, not saying they only want to see themselves win, but if something ever happens in life, they're gonna think how does this affect me, and then think how does this affect you. They're not gonna think like, oh, how is this affecting them, and then think how does it affect me. No, they're gonna think, how does this affect me as an individual, and then how does this affect you. And it's crazy, bro. It's so crazy, but it's so real. And it's like, can you really blame people for being selfish? Because when it comes down to it, everybody is selfish because everybody wants something for themselves. At the end of the day, like, you're thinking like, okay, how can I capitalize off of this opportunity? How can I capitalize off of this person I just met? Or how can I capitalize off of this thing that I'm watching? How can this apply to my life? How can I apply this thing to my life? Or what does this thing have to do with me? Like, in relation to me and my life, how can this affect me in a positive or negative way? Or how does this affect me at all? And it's just crazy to think about because it's like everybody is truly selfish. When you really break it down, we really only care about ourselves. But it's not until you begin to take on the traits of being selfless that you begin to understand that it's okay for everything not to be about yourself. Exactly. It's egoism. But sometimes it is egoism, but sometimes it's not ego-led, bro. Like, sometimes that's not ego-led. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that's not ego-led. Sometimes it's led through a form of narcissism or like a form of self-infatuation with caring about what happens to you more than others. So it's not always like egoism is a good part of it because, you know, people lead with their ego a lot, and like, we are humans. So being that we are humans, our egos do lead a lot of our actions and a lot of the things that we think. But a lot of things be leading a lot of ways that we think. It could be emotions, past events, traumas that we've been through from younger ages that now shape our way of thinking today, and that be what triggers, you know what I'm saying, our ego, or that be what triggers our actions today to make us feel or act a certain way. And I think that is where like a really big portion of the problem comes from. Is like, a lot of people don't deal with things that have happened in their past. So when you don't deal with the things that have happened in your past, they tend to do what they say in class: history repeats itself. They tend to repeat themselves. So you either repeat what someone else has done to you in your past, or you treat someone the same way that you said you didn't want to be treated in your past, or the way that your stepdad or your mom used to treat you. Now you are treating others that way, and not understanding in which, you know what I mean, you are being selfish to the extent in which you're those that came before you once were. And it's crazy, bro, but it's a human trait. And we only know what we know, and we can only do what we learn, and we can only act off of what we learn. So it's crazy, bro. It's just crazy. Sorry, I just get woke at some point. Sometimes I just get woke and then shit just start making sense, and I just start putting 2, 3, 7, 6, and 9 together, and then shit just be making a whole conundrum of shit. I'd be like, damn, like this life really crazy. He's actually laying down. Oh my gosh, Casper never lays down. But he licking himself crazy right now. He got me feeling a little uncomfortable the way he licking himself right now. It's crazy. So I gotta edit this. Finish these for this client for her birthday. Then I need to edit another client's birthday photos. And then I have to I got shoots tonight. Why, bro? I have a problem, bro. Like, I need to talk about this shit on podcast. I'm probably about to turn the podcast on, bro. Cause I have a damn problem, bro. I have a problem. I have a problem with having so much on my plate and then still wanting to put more shit on it. Like, I don't know if that's like a normal human trait or some shit, but bro, it's such a cool shot. Oh, thank you. I don't know if that's a human trait or what the hell it is, but I have a problem with putting so much shit, like having so much on my plate and then still putting more on my plate. Like, I don't even know what you would call that. Like, is that just like delusion? Like, at that point, is that a form of delusion? Like, you have so much on your plate and you still decide to put more on your plate. Like, I don't know what that is. Is that boredom? Is that delusion? What is that, bro? Is that like, is it you trying to find a way to, I feel like it's us trying to find a way to distract ourselves with something else that will give us a faster form of dopamine rather than sticking it out with the thing that's more delayed gratification. So being that a lot of us don't understand delayed gratification, or a lot of us aren't okay with the acceptance of delayed gratification, we will do what they call side quests, and we will, bro, oh my gosh, bro, like, what? Let me see. Bro, we would do what they call, I just had to bro, we would do what they call side quests to give us some instant gratification, to make us feel as if we did some shit. And it's crazy, bro. It's so crazy, bro. Like, you know that you need to do this one thing, but you won't do that one thing because it won't give you the faster sense of gratification that you want to feel. Like, you want to feel a faster sense of gratification, so you'll do something else that will give you that dopamine hit in a better form or a sooner form than actually doing the work. So, like, wow, that's crazy. Like, you'll go in, that's like when it's time to clean, we will go and clean the easiest parts of the house first before dealing with the hardest part. And I feel like the more and more that we do little tasks like that, the harder it becomes for us to actually do hard tasks or big tasks, because we never, like, quote, quote, swallow the frog. We never do the hard thing first. We always do the easy things to give ourselves dopamine and make us feel good about doing the small task. And then when it's time to do the big task, we're burnt out, or we feel like, oh, I'll just wait till tomorrow to do it because I did all these small tasks today. And you feel like you're being productive, but in reality, you're not being productive at all. In reality, you didn't get anything done. In reality, you weren't being productive. You did 12 little tasks that had no true effect on the total outcome or the final goal. And being that you did these little tasks that had no effect or outcome on the total goal, you feel like you did something. You feel important. You feel like you feel like you did something, bro, because you wasted all of your day doing micro tasks when you never got anything wrong, anything actually like that was worth it done. And then tomorrow you pushed your task back. Now you have the tasks that actually matter, the tasks that actually pay the bills, the tasks that actually, create some form of strain or change in your life that are pushed off for tomorrow again. Now you have another sense of procrastination. So now you just created another sense of procrastination just because you didn't want to finish one task that could have been done. I heard in Japan, they do the opposite in school, make them work harder. Exactly. And that's what I try to like push within the community and push for myself. Like, swallow the frog, bro. Like, do the hardest task first, because now it's a reward. Like, the smaller tasks should be the reward. So do the hardest task first, because the smaller task should now be a reward. Now, when doing the smaller task, you should get gratification from the task. Like, that's the thing. We have to get gratification from the task themselves and not the destination that the task brings us to. Like, we can't get excited about getting an A on a math test. We have to get excited about studying for the math test, because if you get excited about studying for the math test, you know that you did a great job studying, or you enjoy the process of studying. So now, regardless of what grade you get on that math test, it'll just be an extra form of dopamine or extra form of gratification, but you already got the gratification because you know the knowledge, because you've learned the things. And I think that's where school kind of fucks us up, bro, is we will sit and it's like they create a value gap system where it's like you have to work for a big outcome. Work for a big outcome. And it's like it created a pattern in us all throughout school to where we are expecting a big outcome. Now when we work and there's no big outcome and we just have to keep working, we will go backwards in time to look for an outcome, because we feel like there has to be an outcome. If I worked, there has to be an outcome. So for example, if I work, I made so much money, I deserve these shoes. I work, I made so much money, I deserve this car. I work, I made so much money, I deserve this new gear. But in reality, you don't, because you work, and you feel like you have to have an outcome, when in reality, the outcome has to be the work. Like, you putting in the work and the things you do along the way, the quote side quest, should be that outcome, rather than you feeling like you deserve it, or you feel like you're entitled to a specific form of outcome because of the amount of work that you did. And I feel like this fucks up our minds and our system too, because when you work at a job and you're getting paid $16 an hour and you work 10 hours in one day, you make $160. Now you value that $160 so much more, because $160 is equal to 10 hours of your life. So now that's a new created value gap. So you feel like, I've worked 10 hours of my life, I made $160, I deserve to go spend this $160. Why do you feel like you deserve to go spend the money? Because the value gap that has been created from the start of school is work, reward, not work as in find the reward within the work. It's work, pause, stop working, grab this reward, now go back to working. So now it becomes a system and it's a paradigm. Where if it was work, find the reward within the work, but work, like continuing to elevate, continuing to grow. So it's all a part of the journey. Rather than you're working a certain amount, you reach a height, you pause, you buy this shiny item, you get this object, or you have this payoff, or you feel like, oh, I deserve a beer because I did good work all day today. One day, come on, bro, I deserve a beer. Or now it's like, oh, I did this. I deserve a hit I deserve a joint. I deserve a this. I deserve a that. And these things that you're using as dopamine, whether it's liquor, beer, any form of addiction that you have, it is now working against you, because you're continuously letting yourself and your subconscious know that this system that you are living within is okay. Like the mindset system, like, you know that work equals reward. But who says that the reward has to be so grand? I worked for 10 hours. I got paid $16 an hour. I made $160. I deserve a car. I deserve like, why do you like, and it, bro, it all comes from like how we were brought up, bro. Not even how we were brought up. Not even saying like it's different for everybody, but in the sense of like, bro, school itself makes us feel like we have to have some sort of extent of a reward from what we worked, because you work. All right, boom, you get a good grade. All right, now back to working. get a good grade. Back to working, get a good grade. But there's no like sense of the reward is in the working. Like, bro, it's crazy, bro. We basically been like set up to fail, for real, no cap, I ain't gonna lie. And it's like when you really sit back and look at it, it's insane how it works. It's insane how it works. But you gotta be able to have that type of like say over your own life, because at the end of the day, it is your life, bro. So can't nobody really truly tell you what to or not to do. But when you try to go against the grain, people make you feel like an outcast. People make you feel like the outlier. People make you feel like you don't know what you're doing. People make you feel like you're weird. People make you feel very insecure for following your dreams or doing what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? As an individual, people make you feel very insecure. People make you feel weird. People make you feel like you don't know what you're doing. People make you feel so bad because they're so wrapped up into the system also. And it's either this way or no way. So it's either their system that they've been living in for how many every years, or no system at all. Bruh, and it's crazy because we're forced to live in it. Like, we're forced to live in it. But that's kind of where it comes from, you being an independent individual and knowing, or at least finding out or figuring out what it is that you want to do as an individual, you know, to elevate your individual life. Or what do you want to do for your family to make everybody in your family, you know, put them on, make them better, get them to the next level. This is where purpose comes in. Is because if you lack purpose, you follow a system that wasn't designed for you. If you lack purpose, you follow a system that wasn't designed by you. If you lack purpose, you follow a system that doesn't serve you. Because it's so much easier to follow somebody else's roadmap and blueprint than to create your own. And when you don't have to create your own roadmap, you don't feel like you ever fail. And no one wants to fail. Because in school, we weren't taught that failing was a lesson. We were taught that failing was bad and you're an outcast. Like, oh my God, you did that bad. You were taught that you're an outcast. It wasn't taught to us that failure opens up doors for extra opportunity, but we weren't taught that. So being that we weren't taught that, we get casted out once we fail. Being that we weren't taught that, we get our morals diminished because we fail. So now in real life, when you fail, it's so much harder for you to get up because you feel the judgment from others. But if you think about it, if there was never any true judgment from others, would you ever stay down? Like, would you ever not get up? Like, when you fail and you stay down, is it really because you actually staying down from yourself, or is it because of how other people view you? Majority of the time, it's how other people view you. And other people are viewing you as a failure, and that is what's making you feel bad about yourself. It's never really you feeling bad on your own whim, like from yourself. It's usually because someone else made you feel bad. It's usually because someone else said something that made you question yourself and your beliefs and your way of thinking. It's never truly because it's true. Like how they say, like the saying goes, things are not true because they're true. Things are true because you believe them. So just because you believe something doesn't mean that it's true. It's just been a belief that you've acquired or created over a course of time, or that someone has instilled into you at a younger age, because it has now strengthened that belief. Because the longer that you believe something, the more true it becomes to you. But the faster that belief is able to be debunked or, relearned or retaught, is a lot easier for you to actually see the truth, or to see what actually may be true or what's on the other side. Because from being at a very, very young age, bro, I always went against the grain, bro. I never went with the grain. I always went against the grain. I got in trouble in school because I would question the teacher. I got in trouble in school because I would talk. And I got in trouble in school because I didn't do the math problems the way they're supposed to be done. Bro, I would do the math, like I still got the correct answer. I would still get the right answer, but I did not do the math problem. And math is one of my strongest subjects. I did not do the math problem the same way that the teachers did the math problem, but I still passed. I didn't do the math problem the same way, but I still got it correct. But I would get hounded by other students. I would get hounded by my teacher. I would get points off because they would have process points. So it's like you get penalized for the way that you do a particular process, no matter what it is in life. And now you go into the adult world and the same thing continues to happen to you, or being that you were so young and you had these different feelings happen to you, they continue to happen. And they continue to shape your future now, because you feel like if you don't do something the correct way, if you don't do something in the right form factor, then you feel like you're an outcast. You feel like you don't deserve to be listened to, or you feel like you're just wrong. When in reality, you just have a different version of right. You have a different version of someone else's outcome. So it doesn't make you wrong. It just makes you different. But when you're different, you feel like an outcast. When you're different, you feel like when you're different, you feel like your take on things aren't valuable because everyone else has the same way of thinking. And if everyone else has the same way of thinking, it makes you feel like your way of thinking is invalidated, because no one's able to level with you, no one's able to reason with you, no one's able to relate to you. And then you spin out of control because you're trying to find someone who will listen to you. You're trying to find someone who can relate to you. You're trying to find someone who can understand you. And you can't find anybody. And as you continue to progress, you understand that you can't find someone because it's not. For one, those type of people are hard to find. For two, there are different tier levels of your experience of life. So as you continue to experience life, you gain XP, like experience points. Once you get to a specific level, that is when that door or that level or that chapter or that checkpoint will open for someone like-minded like you to be able to enter into your world. And now you guys will be able to connect and collide. And it takes time for that to happen. But if you're begging for it, or you're seeking for it, or you're running for it, you won't find it because you're becoming too dependent on that form factor now. You're becoming too dependent on that image of someone that you're looking for. This goes with relationships. This goes with friendships. This goes with anything, bro. Like it's like a drug. You begin to force yourself into crowds that you don't fit in just to feel as if you fit in. And it all derives from school, bro. Because you would do the same thing in school, high school, middle school, college. You would alter the way that you are as an individual to make yourself seem cooler. You will alter the way that you are as an individual to make yourself fit in with certain crowds that you probably have no business fitting in with anyways, because you are, and I quote, different. And you being different is okay, but you're never taught that it's okay. You're taught that it's wrong. And you're taught that you are an outcast. You're taught that you aren't the same as anyone else. And once this festers for so many years, it becomes so much harder to unlearn it. It becomes so much harder to let go of it. It becomes so much harder to differentiate yourself from those who are all just following the same script, the same story, the same roles. But you know deep down that you're different, and you know that it's okay to be different. But you haven't found anyone else that is able to validate that being different pays off. And that's where shit gets scary. If you haven't seen anyone that comes from your same particular background or makeup or has the same, upbringing as you don't yet know if it's possible to actually make it, because you haven't seen someone do it from your same background. You haven't seen someone do it that looks like you, that walks like you, that talks like you. You haven't seen someone do it yet. So a long point of time goes where you have this cloud over especially a cloud of judgment over your thought pattern, to where until you see someone who fits that demographic or fits that way of life or fits that storyline, until you see someone who fits that, your belief is never broken. you will always believe what you currently believe until you see someone that's able to break that belief. And beliefs aren't true because they're true. They're just true because we believe them. And if you constantly believe something that's not true, then to you it's true. But it's not true because it's true. It's just true because you believe it. And that's the way that you've been brought up. And that's what you've been taught. And that's what it made you feel like was okay to know. So you have to be able to separate yourself and allow yourself to have time to grow. And allow yourself to know that it's okay to grow. And allow yourself to know that it's okay to take your time to grow. Because in this life, bro, there's no rushing through growth. Even though life is so short, you can't rush growth. That's one of the hardest parts. Is growth is gonna take its time because time takes time. And growth takes time. You can grow your mindset as fast as you want, or try to, or learn things, whatever you can, to be able to get your mindset there, to be able to actually receive information once it's given to you, and however it's given to you, and be able to actually understand what's being said to you when it's said to you. Because sometimes when somebody's trying to help you, you don't know what questions to ask, or you don't have the correct ears yet to be able to hear it. So when you're taking in information, you don't have those ears to be able to hear what they're actually saying, because you don't yet understand what they're actually saying, because you haven't experienced certain things that will give you those ears. So saying all this to say, gain experience points. Travel, bro. Talk to people, talk to strangers, gain experience points. Do things, safe things, that can help you gain experience points, that can help you in this life to gain experience, to potentially get to that next level, to gain experience, to become someone that you never even knew was possible for you to become, to gain experience, to get into doors that you never knew were capable, that you never knew that you particularly were capable of getting into and opening. You have to do that for yourself, because we're all here for you. A lot of people that say they're there for you and they're not. You know, the community, the culture, PNG culture, we're here for you. But ultimately, you have to do it for yourself. You have to be the one that actually wants to gain more experience points. Because if you're not actually getting out there and actually putting in the work to gain those experience points, you're falling into the system. You're falling into the paradigm. Whether you're an entrepreneur or a 9-to-5 worker, it doesn't matter. You'll fall into a system, because there are systems in place to keep us where we are. And until you make the decision, the conscious decision, to change your current situation, you will always be there. The information is out there. The information is free. You already have everything that you need to level up to the next. You already have everything that you need to get to the next level. And you're the only thing holding you back. You're the only thing that's stopping you from getting to the next level. The information is free. The knowledge is out there. Knowledge is being shared. Knowledge it's all around us, bro. The knowledge is there. You are just not ready to accept it. Like, you don't have the ears yet to be able to understand the information that's being given to you. You don't have the ability yet to be able to actually receive certain information. Man, bro, I love you guys, bro. Get out of your own way and allow yourself to actually level up to that next level, bro. Like, get out of your own way, bro. Get out of your own way, because you got it and you can really do it. You can really make it happen, bro. Like, if you really, you can make it happen, bro. You can really make it happen, bro. Like, you are in charge of your own life. You have free will. And a lot of people don't understand what free will is. Like, you physically have the ability to do whatever the fuck you want to do, bro. You physically have the ability and the authority and the permission to do whatever it is that you want to do, fam. Literally, nobody can tell you what you can or cannot do. They can only tell you that if you allow it. If you allow them to tell you and suppress you and let you know that you can't accomplish or achieve things, that's the only time that they will become right, is if you believe them. things are only true because you believe them. They're not true because they're actually true. They're not true because they are fact. They're only true because you believe them. And people can only keep you below them if you believe them. Parents, girlfriends, boyfriends, sisters, family members, non-family members, friends, community members, preachers, pastors, whoever the hell, bro. They can only keep you below them if you believe them. That's the only way, is if you actually believe what they're saying. But if you don't believe what they're saying and you see and you're like, there has to be another side to that. And that's where it started for me. I was continuously told to go through school, do this, do that, do this, do that. I'm like, okay, you guys are telling me to do this, but there has to be another direction, because there's no way that y'all are telling me that this is the only way. There's no way that you guys are telling me that I have to have this, I have to buy that, I have to invest in this, or I have to do that. There has to be, there's no way that this is the only way. There's no way that this is the only way that things can work. There's no way that this is the only way that I can actually make it out. Is by doing this thing for 48 years. Like, what? Do this one thing for 48 years and then die. Do this one thing and then die. Like, that makes no sense. There has to be another side to that. There has to be other things that I can do. There has to be other things that I can accomplish. There has to be another side. No. But it's always been done this way. It's always been done. It's always been done this way. It's always been done this way. Tells me that there's another way. It's always been done this way. Tells me that there's another side to this spectrum. It always has been. That saying, it always has been done this way. But that's just how it is. It's always been done this way. That's the way we do things. Those three saying, I fucking hate them, bro. Because that's just how we do things. Mean that you never tried the other way. That's how things have always been. That means you never tried the other way. That means you didn't even give an opportunity to the potential of what could be on the other side. So your family has done things this way for so many years, and no one has ever tried the other side. And you're telling me that I'm not allowed to? You're telling me that I'm not even allowed to just see? Because worst case scenario, I go right back down the same path I was already on. Worst case scenario, I continue to follow the family's name. Worst case scenario, I continue to be this person that I don't want to fucking be. Worst case scenario, I still go back in time. Worst case scenario. So why can't I figure it out? Why can't I try this thing? Why can't I see where this thing is going to take me without you telling me that this is the way that things have always been done? Why can't I see what's on that other side of the curtain? If you say that we always stay on this side of the curtain, that's the same thing with everything in life, bro. With traveling, with creating, with growing a business, with scaling, with relationships. Like, we've always dated these types of people. Why? We've always, stayed within America and took domestic flights. Why? Because that's just how things are. Because it's dangerous over here. Because over there, they do this, they do that. Bro, if you take one flight out the country and go somewhere else, bro, a lot of the time, 9 times out of 10, bro, it is not nowhere near like the shit we learned in our history books. And that one thing tells me that there is no way that there is nothing on the other side. There's no way that there's nothing on the other side of what people keep telling you. People are telling you that things have always been done this way. That's just how we do it. That's just how things are done. There is something on the other side that you have yet to see, that you have yet to try. Bro, try that thing out, bro. Because worst case scenario, you will end right back up where you started. That's the worst case scenario. That's not even failing. That's just going back to the start. Worst case scenario, you will end back up at the beginning. Bruh. Sorry, y'all, bro. I'm just like, man, I love you guys, bro. Like, you guys make me who I am. You guys allow me to actually like put my brain on video, on audio, to be able to potentially help somebody, bro. That's my only goal, is to help at least one person every single day before the day I leave this earth. If I can help one person elevate their life, change their life, or grow, bro, without having to take anything from them, and I can only just give, and I can just be the one to instill certain things into you, bro, until the day I leave this earth, bro. So all I want to do is continue to help you guys, bro. If you have not already joined the Discord, it's free, bro. It is free. It is free. It is free. I don't want your bread, bro. I don't want nothing from you, bro. Join the Discord community and just feel what it feels like to be a part of people, to be heard, what it feels like to not be alone, bro. Like, I went so long without friends, and I said, bro, you know what? How can I make a friend group that I never have to meet? Because I'm a quote outcast. I don't like socializing too much. 2 days out of the week I'll be outside. Every other day, 5 days out of the week I'm in the crib. I'm ducked off because I like being alone. But how can I create a safe space where other people that are like me can have friends when they want to and duck off and be alone when they don't? Have friends when they want to and duck off and be alone when they don't. This is why I created PNG culture, bro. PNG culture is free to join, bro. It's literally free to join. And you can just be in that bitch as long as you want. If you're dealing with shit, whatever you're going through creatively, physically, whatever, talk about it, bro. We will help each other out, bro. We help each other get to that next level. We help each other figure shit out. We talking there every day about nothing. I love y'all, man. Damn, it's crazy, bro. This life is insane. I'm gonna drop the Discord link for y'all, bro. I gotta go. I'm about to finish editing, bro, but I don't want to make y'all bored, so I'm gonna end the live and I'm gonna just listen to some little motivational speeches and just try to like reframe my mind, man. I want a challenge right now that I can't speak about until I finish it. I have a personal challenge I'm doing right now. We have 17 weeks left in the year, you guys. 85 weekdays left in the year. 117 days left in the year. And I have 3 insecurities that I want to get done. I have 3 insecurities that I want to get rid of. I wrote these insecurities down, and now I'm tackling them one by one. We have 4 months. I have 4 months. You have 4 months. What is something that you want to accomplish in these 4 months? I have mine written down. Do you have yours written down? If you don't, write them down and knock them out. You have 4 months left to accomplish something in your life to help yourself, walk into 2026, to help yourself get better, to help yourself elevate. You literally have 4 months left. I love you guys. I will see you guys later. Turn the post notifications on because I'll be going live again. I'm going to be dropping more of these talking and motivational videos for you guys. I love you guys so much, bro. Y'all don't understand, bro. You guys gave me a platform. You guys allow me to be able to help others. You guys allow me to be able to speak to you guys. You guys allow me to be able to change somebody's life. You guys are giving me the platform to be able to help at least one person every single day. I love you guys so much. I love you guys so much, bro. If anybody has anything they want to say, they can say it. I know a lot of you guys are on the TV, so y'all not able to say a lot of stuff. Man, this is crazy, bro. Like, man. It's crazy, bro. All right, I love you guys. I'm going to see you guys later. Turn your post notifications on. I'm going to hit y'all. TTYL gang. TTYL gang. Damn, bro. Don't let nobody tell you what you can and can't do, bro. Fuck the system. Fuck the ops. And keep going. Rush me.